and we've got some friends coming around, and we're going to make a very typical dish called Arroz Caldoso de Marisco. And I have to say, I've been trying to learn how to make this for ages. I know how to make a variety of paellas, which I've been trying, but I always wanted to make this one from scratch. And we had an amazing, this is like a paella, so we had one of these arroces in Almeria, and I was sneaking a look at the chef, and I think we've more or less nailed it now. So I just wanted to run through the ingredients that we've got on the table. I'm not big on weighing stuff, but we will put a list of the ingredients below, and you can adjust it how you like. So to start with, we're going to go through the vegetables that we've got. So we've got sweet onions and red onions. All right. The reason this is it's not a sweet rice. It actually comes out quite earthy, but these really give it good flavour. We've got green pepper. Now, I'll be honest, we normally use what they call the Pimientos Italianos, which are the long green ones, but we didn't have one, so we've got this one, the bell pepper. The red bell pepper, again, very sweet, very nice. This rice is very red. It comes out very red. It's not your typical bright yellow paella. It's very red. What else have we got? We've got garlic. We're going to use a load of garlic. We've got tomatoes. Okay, all this makes a base, which is called the sofrito. All right. We've also got, now moving on to the fish that we've got. We've got a bag of mussels. Now the mussels will have to be cleaned and washed. We have a bag of cockles. Okay, so the cockles here, what we're going to do with these is we're going to open them up, put them in the bowl of water here, and leave them for half an hour, because what that means is the cockles that expel all of the sand which they've got inside. Then we need some lemons. Now let me tell you about this lemon quickly, because it is Easter. This lemon is called a limon cascaru, which in Easter what they do is they peel it and they chop it into slices. They put salt in it and they eat it raw. We're not going to use that because it's not actually a cooking lemon. We're going to be using these kinds of lemons, but I've got that out just because it's Easter. And now for the good bit, so we've got the mussels, the cockles. For the stock, we've actually got 3 bits of white fish in here. All right, that's not going to be in the paella and the arroz. That's just going to break down because we're going to make the stock now. The stock's going to cook for about an hour, and I'll show you how to make that. We have here, this is the whole they call shellfish in Spanish is marisco, and these are going to be the whole mariscos that we're putting in the paella. So we've got 2 Langostines. Here we go, the legs have actually fallen off of that one, so that will go in the stock. There you go, that can go in the stock. Okay, in Spanish they call these cigalas. Here you go, the legs have fallen off of that one as well. Now, here's another leg, it's legless. The cigalas, you can buy these, they're quite expensive if you buy them fresh, but as you can see these are frozen still. You can buy these frozen in the supermarket, around 500 grams you can buy for about €12 most of the time, and keep them in the freezer and you'll get about between 10 and 15 in the box, so just take them out as and when you need them for the rice. Same for the prawns, these the big prawns that they sell, they call them Gambones. Alright, you can get boxes of 2 kilos for around €20 or even less. We always keep them in the freezer, and what we do is I've taken out 1 gambon for each adult who's eating rice. Today we're going to make rice for 6 adults and 2 children, and there'll be a bit left over for sure. And I've also taken out around 600 grams of gambones, which we're going to actually peel, and then we're going to use, let me show you, we're going to use, once we peel them, all the shells and everything off the gambon go into the stock. So that's what's going to go into the rice, okay, and that's what's going to go into the stock. So what I'm going to do now is get started with peeling those, put them in there, cleaning out our cockles, cleaning our mussels, and I'll tell you a bit more about the stock in a minute. And last but not least, we've got the spices. We have got saffron, need some saffron, Pimenton Dulce, which is a Spanish spice, which I'll tell you what that is because I can't remember what it is in English. Colorante, that actually has no flavour at all, but I always put a little teaspoon of colorante in because it gives it a vibrant colour. Bit of salt, the pepper I forgot to put on the table, and 500 grams of rice. Now this is actually really good rice. SOS is good make here in Spain. If you go into the supermarket, look out for it. And this is actually special for saucy rices. There's a difference because In a dry rice, you would leave it to settle for at least 10 minutes. In a saucy rice, caldoso, you eat it straight away, so the rice doesn't go stodgy. Okay, and this rice doesn't go so stodgy. So this is a special rice for caldosos. If you can find it, get it. If not, it's not really a problem. You can use any short grain rice, which is called Arroz Bomba in Spanish. And that's it. So I'm going to get cracking on chopping up all the veg and making the stock, and we're back in a minute. Right, so here we are with the stock ready to go. So what I've done is I have peeled the prawns and put all the shells and everything in here. Taking all the broken mussels that you get in a bag, just chuck them in here as well. You'll find, where did I put them in here? I've put the cockles here at the bottom. There you go. Handful of cockles as well. The rest are obviously going in the rice. We've also thrown in there some garlic, a little bit of salt, and we're going to let that just reduce now for an hour or so. Always adding water. We want to get to around 2 litres of stock for the rices. We're going to use 500 grams of rice, and for a saucy rice you want about 2 litres of water. So there you go. Now this thing here, I just wanted to show you this thing here. When you move into Spain, or you're living in Spain, this is arroz de gas, they call them. So it's just a gas ring, and you get more different shapes and sizes. But this one in particular I got from the hardware store. They're about 35 euros, but I can tell you they are well worth having in the house. So and the pan itself we actually got from the hardware store as well. The pan was around 15 euros and this was around 35. So the pair 50 euros, and I'll tell you can just keep using them. It's well worth the investment if you move to Spain, especially if you've got family and friends coming over and you want to cook up a rice. And this just gets connected to your typical gas bottle there. So we're going to put this on. Always remember with the stock, if you're making any fish dishes during the week, or you can always throw the leftovers of raw fish in a bag, freeze them, and then get them out for your rice. I didn't have any this time, but sometimes we do that if we're getting fish that we're filleting and stuff. So right, let's get cracking. Right, so we've got to the second stage. We have chopped up all of our garlic. We've got garlic, the onions chopped up, tomatoes, green and red peppers, all chopped up very finely, and that's going to go in very soon. I'm going to show you about that. We have peeled our big prawns and taken the, I forgot to leave one in, but if you see the prawn poo, then please pull it out. Cleaned our mussels, and we have rinsed out our cockles. They sat there for about 10 minutes. They expel all the sand, and then rinse them again, leave them in your bowl. And then if you want to come over with me, we're going to look at the stock. So the stock's on the go, and little trick. The stock's been going now for about 25 minutes, and what you want to do first of all, so you want to try it. That's nice, quite earthy actually. I use a potato masher. It's a little bit of trick of mine. Just keep smashing it up. Gets all that fish flavour out there. Don't have to, obviously, because we're going to be leaving this for a while, at least another 20 minutes. But I find that the potato masher really helps to get that stock going. Now, in the stock, we have chucked in, we actually chucked in a little bit of saffron, salt. We're going to chuck more saffron into the rice later on. Some pepper, all the broken mussels that we got out of our mussel bag we've thrown in there as well. Some of the cockles, the prawn heads, the prawn tails, all the bits off the prawns. 3 bits of white fish, and there were some bits that fell off of my frozen Langostines, which I threw in there as well. And that's it. No stock cubes or anything. We're going to make this is stock from scratch. So there we go. And that's it. We're going to leave this for another 20 minutes. Then we're going to drain the stock, and we are going to fry off the fish and take it out and start working on the rice. Right, so we're going to turn down the heat a little bit, not turning it off. There we go. Sometimes these are quite hard to judge. But okay. Turn these down. The handles are a bit hot. This is a metal dish. So anyway, the caldo is done. So what we're going to do, we're going to strain it here. So always pour it away from you so you don't get splashed. I'm telling you that from experience. Look at that. Now, There we go. So you'll probably have to add more water to the rice, to be honest. But that is a fantastic stock. Now all the leftovers go in the chicken bucket. Chickens absolutely love picking away at all of that. There we go. And now what we're going to do is leave the stock there to one side and give our pan a quick rinse. Because the next thing is the seafood's going to go in it. So there we go. Give that a quick clean so it's nice and clean. Just water. I need to put the clear liquid in it. Or mistol, as they say in Spanish. It's funny how in England or the UK we say fairy when we talk about washing up liquid, and here they use mistol, which is a make, like we use fairy. There we go. That's what am I doing now? Right, now we need some oil. What did I do with the oil? I should have been prepared with the oil. Has anybody seen the olive oil?
I think it's in the kitchen.
Is it in the kitchen?
Yep, we better go get it.
Right. Isla, do you want to go get the olive oil from the kitchen? There you go. It's on the side. So I'm just going to tell you what we're going to do now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to throw in the shellfish.
Yeah.
So we've got the olive oil, which I left out, and we've put it in. Come and have a quick look. And what we're doing is we're just cooking off the marisco, because that's done now. There you go, chuck in. The olive oil is from the guy that we get our wood from. It's his olives. There's definitely no stamps on the bottles, I can tell you that now. So you want to take, once that's fried off, you want to take that to one side, chuck it on a plate, because that's going to go in right at the end. And then don't clean the pan. Very important. It's got all the flavour in it. There's the Langostines. There we go. And now we want to throw a lot more olive oil in. And then we're going to make what they call the sofato. Sofrito. Sofato. What does it say? Let's do that. We're going to chuck in all of the veg, the garlic, and turn the heat up slightly. I've just managed to turn it off. That's clever. Okay. Turn that heat right up. There we go. And plenty of olive oil in there for that. Now one ingredient I didn't mention, I'm absolutely sure that everybody thinks I was drinking it, but I wasn't. This is the wine. Now we're using rosé wine because I forgot to get white, basically. But it's quite handy because this wine is also local, it's from Cartama. And as the crow flies, 10 minutes over the mountains for one of our vineyards. So there you go. Now we're going to look at this. This is all going to cook down for about the next 10 minutes. And we'll stick your rice. Right, okay, so we've got the sofrito. I made a mistake before, so reliably informed this is now called sofrito. Okay, this is what you make. It's like a base of paella. This is all the vegetables and everything's all done. So now what we're going to do, they're all fried down. We're actually going to add the rice. There we go, that's 500 grams of rice. That is loads for the amount of people that we're going to be feeding. But it doesn't matter because we can always keep some for tomorrow's dinner in the office. And now you want to mix up the sofrito. We keep a very low flame at the moment. I'll put it right down. And now we've mixed that up. It's going to soak in the flavour of the sofrito, and now we're going to get the 2 very large tablespoons of Pimenton, which my wife's going to tell me what it's called in Spanish.
In Spanish? You just said it in
sorry,
English.
in English. What's it called in
Paprika.
English? Paprika, that's it. Sweet paprika. And just a little bit of this, this is what they call Colorante. Which actually doesn't add any flavour at all. But it does make it look nice. There we go, we're going to mix that up. Mix that in. Now we can turn it again. Turn it off.
Again?
Yeah, I always turn it the wrong way. Now we're going to turn it right up now. There we go. Turn it right up. Get that heat going. Make sure it doesn't burn. So we've got that round, going round and round, and now, just as it dries out, we add the stock. Smells amazing. And now mix around the stock. There we go.
Oh, it smells delicious.
We may have to add a little bit more water afterwards. Because remember, this is juicy rice. So, Caldoso, which means juicy. And what we're going to do now is we're going to actually wait for the water to get up to temperature. So that's on max now. That's going to take about 3 or 4 minutes to get up to boiling. And then once it boils, we'll turn down the heat slightly so it's just simmering, and then we're going to add in our fish. Right, and that's it. Zoom in. We've done. Literally just turned the heat off. Looking suitably juicy. The seafood's cooked. The shells have now opened. You can just see the cockles there. Just opened. So there you go. That's it. You don't need to be overcook them. If you put them in too early, they just it's about that big and horrible. And we're going to serve up. Look at this. Right then, who wants some?
Me! Don't come in video.
Right then. Yeah, and sauce.
We need one more spoon.
Everybody gets a prawn.
We need one more spoon.
One more spoon.
Yeah.
Go get one then.
Go and get one.
And then
Go and get one
There you
then.
have it.
Where's the one more spoon?
So what do you think of the rice, guys?
Very nice.
really yummy. Daddy, can I have more of those big shells?
Yeah.
Go.
2 more big shells.
Yeah.
Coming up. Pass me your plate.
Daddy, daddy.
2 more big shells. Do you want 3?
Yes, please.
3 more big shells.
Hey, now I have 4 more.
Oh, nice.
Got a little tiny shell.
Another present for Helen there.
No, I'm fine. No,
You
no.
sure?
Yeah, I'm still
Alright, do you
wading
want this
through
one?
this.
Do you have that one?
Thank you. How you getting on there, Glenn? How's the rice for you?
Yeah, it's very nice. All done. Gonna go for the seconds in a minute.
How's it going for you, Helen?
Pretty yummy scrummy. Up to normal standard.
Yeah, he's a good chef.
Oh, look at this one. Is that right, Aya? How small that is
Mummy,
This time?
I'm hiding
compared to what
eggs.
you've got there.
No,
Yeah.
I've done it with the
Is that
apple in a
mine-
minute.
Is that even? Is that a baby or something?
Is it a baby one?
No, look how small it is. What is it?
Alright.
Yeah, it's really small, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Baby one.
Maybe it was twins.
Glenn, pass us your plate. There's a prawn here with your name on it.
What's there?
Over here. You carrying it?
Yeah.
Right, so the good thing is, at the end of the day, look at this. Check out, zoom in. Oh. So that's all the leftovers from today's food, well, all the organic leftovers. So anything that can go in the compost heap. So the fish heads, everything in there, haven't we?
Yeah, and it goes into the chicken bucket.
It goes into the chickens. The chickens absolutely love it. So
Wait. But listen to when Daddy walks near the chickens. Listen to this.
Fed. This way, darling. We'll go to the top. So they've got 2 entrances. So this is the garden. Is it?
3.
Oh, 3 entrances.
Oh.
They've had their proper feed today. So this is their dessert. You ready? Hello.
Hey.
You alright? Are you ready? Oh, I got it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and hey! There we go. And they absolutely love that, picking away at the shells, the prawn heads.
And look at the rabbit.
Oh, there's the rabbit. There we go. Nothing more than a chicken loves scratching around. You know, leftovers. Right then. Not an ounce of rice goes to waste. And hopefully they'll give us lots of rice eggs. Don't they?
Daddy, how's that chicken laid?
We took the eggs earlier on this morning.
No, I meant the one from the chicken I was laying.
It might have done. Do you want to go see? Let's have a look. We paid the eggs this morning.
What about the one that was laying?
Well, the one that laying might have an egg underneath it. I'll let you go and get it then. Is it still laying?
Wait, what? It didn't even lay any.
Did it not lay an egg?
And now it's laying on the other one.
Ah, should we see if it's got one?
Ow!
No, it hasn't got one yet. We took the eggs this morning, you see.
Look, that one is the one that always lays.
Whoa.
He's the only one that lays.
Yeah.
The only one.
Come on then.
Remy.